Chosen one, you didn't just happen to click on this video. This video was sent to find you. There's something you need to hear, something that will change the way you see what's happening in your life right now. God's wealth is not just financial. It's a blessing for your entire life. This is your confirmation. Freedom and abundance are coming. And if you're one of the chosen ones, you'll feel it. You won't want to click away because what's revealed at the end is for you. Right now, the heavens are moving things into place. The longings of your heart, the ones you thought were out of reach, are becoming real. What's coming next isn't small. It's life-changing, spirit-led, and filled with divine acceleration. There's a reason your soul was drawn here. You're stepping into a higher version of yourself, led by divine wisdom. But first, let's activate this journey with one small act of faith. Click the like button if your spirit agrees with this word. That one moment of faith helps multiply the reach of this divine message and awaken other hearts. Subscribe and stay under the covering of divine guidance. Each message released here is sent to align your spirit, strengthen your soul, and prepare you for your purpose. Type 777 below if you're stepping into the overflow of divine grace, supernatural favor, and God's perfect timing. Share one thing you need prayer for today in the comments. Then be a blessing to someone else by responding to their request with faith and love. What's happening here is bigger than any one of us. This is a movement where faith is activated and breakthroughs begin. The power of prayer is multiplied in unity. Drop your request, pray for someone else, and let the blessings flow back into your life. Prayer connects us all. Leave your request, lift someone else up, and see how faith brings us closer to God's miracles. Here you are seen, you are heard, and you belong. This is your faith-filled home. If this message blessed you and you'd like to give back, you can also consider becoming a member. It's completely optional. Every contribution, no matter how small, goes a long way in helping this channel continue sharing God's word. Your support is deeply appreciated. Chosen one, you stand at the precipice of a breakthrough so profound, so complete, that it will redefine everything you believe about blessing and abundance. You feel it, don't you? That subtle stirring in your spirit, like the flutter of butterfly wings against your soul, a whisper of more echoing in the chambers of your heart. That deep, unyielding yearning for true, unbridled freedom that transcends the superficial trappings of the world. Yet a shadow lingers, a subtle, insidious deception woven into the fabric of our modern existence that keeps countless precious souls tethered, bound by invisible chains, to a life far less than the magnificent destiny designed for them. Most believe with sincere hearts and earnest intentions that they are striving for God's wealth, diligently pursuing the blessings they believe are promised, but unknowingly, tragically, they are chasing a shimmering mirage, a phantom of true prosperity. They mistakenly equate divine blessings solely and almost exclusively with financial gain, tragically trapped in the limiting illusion that money alone, the cold, hard currency of this world, is the ultimate and only tangible measure of God's unwavering favor and boundless love. Just as Esau, in a moment of short-sighted hunger, traded his invaluable birthright, a legacy beyond measure, for the immediate gratification of a single fleeting meal, so too do many forfeit the vast, immeasurable inheritance of God's true, holistic wealth for fleeting, temporary, and ultimately unsatisfying limited gains in the material realm. They fixate their gaze solely on the physical, the tangible, the visible, forgetting, or perhaps never truly grasping, that God's riches are not merely a collection of possessions, but a magnificent, intricate, and vibrant holistic tapestry, exquisitely woven with shimmering threads of unwavering peace that anchors the soul amidst life's storms, unspeakable joy that bubbles up from the depths of your being regardless of external circumstances, robust, radiant health that permeates every cell of your body, a profound sense of purpose that ignites your spirit and guides your steps. and boundless, unconditional love that overflows from your heart, touching and transforming every relationship. An abundance that transcends the limitations of earthly metrics, overflowing far beyond the confines of any bank account, no matter how overflowing it may seem. This narrow, constricted focus, this limited perception of divine provision, tragically becomes the very cage constructed from self-imposed limitations and worldly conditioning that holds them captive, preventing them from experiencing the expansive freedom and limitless blessings intended for them. They are diligently praying for increase, earnestly petitioning for more, yet their hearts unknowingly are closed, barricaded by preconceived notions and limited beliefs to the immeasurable, multifaceted, breathtaking wealth that God has already generously prepared, meticulously orchestrated, and freely made available for each and every one of his beloved children. The barrier, the obstacle, the impediment is not God's reluctance to give, not a divine withholding of blessings, chosen one. It is, with profound honesty and gentle self-reflection, your own limited vision, your constricted understanding of the vast, boundless, and readily accessible inheritance he has already, in his infinite grace and foresight, prepared and made available. Today, in this very moment, as you receive this divine transmission, that veil of illusion, that deceptive shroud of limitation, is being lifted, gently peeled back to reveal the radiant truth that has always been waiting to be unveiled. Here are 5 transformative steps, 5 keys forged in the fires of divine wisdom to dismantle this pervasive illusion, to shatter the shackles of limited thinking, and to step boldly, confidently, and joyfully into the expansive, transformative, life-altering wealth that is rightfully yours, your divine inheritance as a beloved child of the Most High King, chosen one. You must, with intentionality and a heart open to transformation, first embark on a journey to radically expand your understanding, to fundamentally redefine your very concept of wealth. Release the limiting worldly metric of measuring blessings solely by the accumulation of dollars and cents, by the fluctuating figures in your bank account, by the perceived value of your earthly possessions. God's economy, the divine system of abundance that operates in realms far beyond human comprehension, is not, cannot be, and will never be limited to the constraints of earthly currency, to the finite and often fickle nature of financial systems. His riches, the true treasures that enrich the soul and sustain the spirit, are measured in dimensions that transcend the material, quantified instead by the immeasurable depths of a peace that surpasses all human understanding, a tranquil serenity that anchors your soul amidst the storms of life, a joy that defies every earthly circumstance, an effervescent fountain of inner happiness that bubbles up from the wellspring of your spirit regardless of external realities, and a boundless, unconditional love that conquers all fear, melts away all barriers, and heals every wound, both seen and unseen. Think for a moment of the Apostle Paul, a stalwart example of spiritual abundance amidst earthly lack, imprisoned, unjustly confined yet overflowing, radiating with an uncontainable joy and an unwavering peace that defied his physical circumstances. His true, enduring wealth was not found in worldly freedom, in material comforts, or in societal accolades, but in the boundless riches of his spirit, in the unshakable connection to the divine source of all abundance. Begin, intentionally and consistently, to train your eyes to see, your heart to recognize, and your spirit to deeply appreciate every good and perfect gift in your life, your vibrant health, the very life force that animates your being, your loving and supportive relationships, the precious connections that nourish your soul, your unique talents and God-given abilities, the inherent gifts that make you uniquely you, your very breath, the life-giving air that fills your lungs with each and every moment, as sacred divine currency, as invaluable treasures beyond monetary measure. Gratitude, the humble acknowledgement of the abundance already present, becomes your golden key, the master unlock to opening the floodgates of divine provision, to activating the limitless flow of even more blessings to pour into your life. When you cultivate a heart of genuine appreciation, when you intentionally focus on the abundance that already surrounds you, even in the seemingly small and ordinary moments, you create a powerful energetic resonance, an open channel for even more of God's limitless wealth to gracefully and effortlessly flow into your existence. The world, in its relentless pursuit of material gain and its myopic focus on the temporal, screams a deafening chorus of "not enough," a constant barrage of messages whispering and shouting that there is never enough money, never enough time, never enough resources, never enough success, never enough love, never enough of anything to truly satisfy the insatiable hunger of the human spirit. This insidious narrative, this pervasive mindset of lack, is the very essence of the spirit of scarcity, a contagious spiritual disease, a virulent plague of the soul that insidiously suffocates faith, gradually erodes hope, and effectively blinds you to the magnificent, overflowing, ever-present provision that God, in His infinite generosity, has already abundantly made available. Just as the 10 fearful spies sent to scout the promised land of Canaan, in their short-sightedness and fear-driven perspective, focused exclusively on the intimidating giants, the seemingly impenetrable fortified cities, and the overwhelming obstacles, completely forgetting, tragically disregarding God's unwavering promise of resounding victory. So too does the world's pervasive scarcity narrative, amplified through media, social platforms, and societal conditioning, relentlessly bombard you with messages that make you fixate your attention, your energy, your very thoughts, on what you perceive you lack, on what you believe is missing, on what you fear you will never attain, instead of gratefully acknowledging, joyfully celebrating, and powerfully claiming what God has already generously given, abundantly provided, and faithfully promised to sustain you. Unplug decisively and intentionally from this toxic, soul-diminishing mindset. Sever the energetic cords that bind you to the frequency of lack and limitation. Consciously and deliberately limit your exposure to the constant stream of media, messages, social media feeds, and even everyday conversations that subtly or overtly fuel fear, amplify anxiety, and reinforce the illusion of scarcity and insufficiency. Instead, with unwavering commitment and fervent devotion, immerse yourself deeply, completely, and consistently in the life-giving, soul-nourishing, transformative power of God's holy word, the sacred scriptures that unequivocally declare, with unwavering authority and divine certainty, that you are eternally blessed, that you are abundantly provided for in every area of your life, that you are lacking absolutely nothing good, that you are already complete, whole, and perfectly equipped for the divine purpose to which you have been called. Your mind, chosen one, is fertile ground, a sacred garden of infinite potential. Be discerning in what you plant there. Deliberately and diligently plant seeds of unwavering faith. Cultivate seedlings of expansive abundance. Nurture blossoms of unwavering hope, and fiercely protect your mental landscape from the invasive weeds of worry, the choking vines of anxiety, and the poisonous thorns of scarcity and doubt. Many earnestly pray for abundance, sincerely longing for increase, yet paradoxically, their hearts, often unknowingly, remain tightly closed, barricaded by skepticism and doubt, resistant to truly receiving the very blessings they are petitioning for. They are, in essence, like the ancient Israelites who, in their desperation and hunger, cried out to God for manna in the wilderness. Yet, even as the miraculous provision rained down from heaven, they murmured and complained, doubted God's ability to sustain them daily, and harbored deep-seated unbelief in the very miracle unfolding before their eyes. True, Transformative faith is not merely passive wishing, not simply hoping for a better future. It is active, dynamic, and expectant receiving, a powerful posture of open hands and receptive heart. It is the unwavering conviction, the unshakable certainty, the deep-seated knowing that you actively receive in the spiritual realm, even before you witness the tangible, physical manifestation in the visible world. Imagine for a moment the unwavering faith of Abraham, who was promised to be the father of nations, a lineage as numerous as the stars in the sky, at a time when he was childless, advanced in years, and seemingly facing insurmountable biological impossibilities. Yet he acted in unwavering faith. Before seeing any shred of physical evidence, he believed in the promise with every fiber of his being, and he lived his life as if the promise was already fulfilled, thereby creating the very reality he believed in. Begin with intentionality and daily affirmation to declare aloud with unwavering conviction and heartfelt expectation, I am now, in this moment, and in every moment forward, open and receptive to receive all forms of God's boundless wealth. In my life, encompassing peace, joy, love, health, purpose, prosperity, and every good and perfect gift He desires to bestow. Feel the truth of this declaration resonate within your spirit. Believe it with every cell of your being. Expect it with unwavering anticipation. Your faith, chosen one, is the powerful conduit, the divinely ordained channel, through which the limitless, ever-flowing river of divine abundance gracefully flows into your life, enriching every aspect of your being. Doubt, like a dam constructed from fear and unbelief, blocks the channel, obstructs the flow and restricts the abundance. Unwavering belief, like a clear, unobstructed waterway, clears the path, opens the floodgates, and allows the limitless blessings to pour forth unhindered. The modern world, with its relentless demands, its incessant distractions, its constant barrage of sensory stimulation, is overwhelmingly noisy, relentlessly demanding your attention and perpetually distracting you from the still, small voice of divine wisdom that resides within. But paradoxically, God's greatest revelations, His clearest guidance, the whispers of divine inspiration, and the unveiling of His multifaceted wealth often come not in the cacophony of external noise, but in the profound sanctuary of inner stillness, in the quietude of a peaceful heart, in the sacred silence of a soul attuned to the divine. Like the prophet Elijah at Mount Horeb, seeking divine direction amidst turmoil and uncertainty, God's powerful presence, His transformative guidance, and His life-altering revelation were not manifested in the dramatic displays of nature, not in the roaring wind that threatened to uproot mountains, not in the earth-shattering earthquake that shook the very ground beneath his feet, not in the consuming fire that blazed with intense heat, but in the gentle, almost imperceptible, still, small voice, a whisper of divine presence that could only be heard in the profound quietude of his heart and spirit. Intentionally cultivate moments of sacred quiet each and every day, even just 5 precious minutes carved out from the busyness of your day, to deliberately silence the clamor of the external world, to intentionally turn down the volume of your racing thoughts, and to consciously listen with focused attention and receptive heart to the gentle whisper of the Holy Spirit, the divine guide who resides within you, always ready to lead you and direct your path. In this sacred stillness, in this sanctuary of inner peace, you will receive divinely inspired ideas, creative solutions to seemingly insurmountable challenges, and intuitive guidance that will illuminate your path, unlock doors to opportunities you never even imagined existed, and reveal pathways to abundance that surpass your wildest dreams. Inner peace, that tranquil serenity that emanates from a soul at rest, is not merely a byproduct of external wealth, not simply a consequence of material abundance. It is, in fact, a vital pathway to true wealth, a foundational prerequisite for experiencing the fullness of divine provision in every area of your life. God, in His infinite wisdom and loving grace, speaks most clearly, most powerfully, and most intimately in the quiet, sacred places of your heart, in the stillness of your soul that is receptive to His divine whisper, true, lasting, soul-enriching. Wealth is not about selfish hoarding, not about grasping for more for your own personal accumulation. It is, at its very core, about selfless flowing, about generously giving, about compassionately sharing the abundance you have received with a world in desperate need. It is not about the relentless pursuit of personal accumulation, the insatiable drive to amass possessions and accolades. It is, in its highest expression, about purposeful contribution, about using your unique gifts, talents, and resources to make a positive, lasting, and transformative impact on the lives of others. To be a vessel of divine love in a world often shrouded in darkness. Consider the profound metaphor of the Dead Sea, a body of water that receives water from the Jordan River but gives none of it back, hoarding it within its own boundaries, and as a result, it is barren, lifeless, incapable of sustaining life. Contrast this with the vibrant Sea of Galilee, which not only receives water, but also generously gives it out, allowing it to flow downstream, nourishing the surrounding lands and sustaining a thriving ecosystem teeming with life. Your greatest wealth, your most profound fulfillment, your most enduring legacy, chosen one, will be found not in what you selfishly get, not in what you greedily accumulate for yourself, but in what you generously give, in what you compassionately pour out, in the love you selflessly share with the world around you. When you intentionally align your life with God's divine purpose, when you consciously choose to use your unique gifts, your God-given talents, your hard-earned resources, and your precious time to serve others, to uplift the downtrodden, to encourage the discouraged, to heal the brokenhearted, and to make a tangible, positive impact on the world, you tap into a source of abundance that is not only inexhaustible, but also exponentially multiplied. Think of Dorcas, a woman whose life was a radiant testament to selfless service, whose acts of kindness, compassion, and practical help for the widows and the needy were described as a sweet aroma rising to God. Her true wealth was not measured in material possessions, but in the countless lives she touched, the immeasurable love she poured out, and the enduring legacy of her selfless service. Your divine purpose, chosen one, is not merely a personal calling, not simply a task to be accomplished. It is, in its essence, a sacred channel, a divinely ordained conduit for the limitless river of divine wealth to flow powerfully through you, enriching your own life beyond measure and overflowing to bless and transform the lives of countless others. Chosen one, the ultimate life-altering, paradigm-shifting revelation is this: God's wealth is not a distant, elusive future promise waiting to be earned through striving, struggling, and relentless effort. It is a vibrant, dynamic, ever-present reality waiting to be received with open arms, grateful heart, and unwavering faith. It is not a faraway, unattainable destination to be reached after years of arduous journeying. It is a powerful, life-giving river of abundance already flowing within you, constantly circulating through your spirit, patiently waiting to be unleashed, activated, and allowed to fully manifest in every area of your life. You have been seeking confirmation, a sign, a divine reassurance that you are on the right path, that your longings are valid, that your dreams are attainable. Chosen one, this is it. This message is your unequivocal confirmation, your resounding affirmation from the heavens. Freedom and abundance are not merely coming at some distant point in the future. They are, in this very moment, palpably here, actively available, waiting to be embraced. Like the woman with the issue of blood who pressed through the crowds, driven by unwavering faith, believing that even the slightest touch of Jesus' garment would unleash healing and restoration. Your breakthrough, your miracle, your transformation is not waiting for a grand public announcement, not contingent upon external validation. It is activated in a single, powerful moment of unwavering faith, in a conscious, intentional decision to reach out, to grasp hold of, and to receive what is already rightfully yours, what has been prepared for you since the foundation of time. This, chosen one, is your Red Sea parting moment, your definitive point of no return, your powerful declaration of faith and expectation, the path to your promised land of holistic wealth, of complete and abundant living in every dimension of your being is now gloriously open, divinely illuminated, and freely accessible. The only thing, the sole barrier, the one remaining obstacle that has been subtly, deceptively holding you back from experiencing this magnificent reality is the limiting, false, and ultimately destructive belief that God's wealth is solely, or primarily, financial in nature. Shatter that illusion now, decisively and irrevocably. Break free from the shackles of limited thinking and embrace the liberating, expansive, and transformative truth. You are already, in this very moment, surrounded by God's immeasurable, multifaceted, overflowing abundance, a divine inheritance beyond your wildest imaginings. Open your heart wide, expand your vision beyond the confines of the material realm, and step boldly, confidently, and joyfully into the fullness of your divine inheritance, the rich, abundant, and purpose-filled life that is your birthright as a beloved child of the Most High King. Your wealthy place, your abundant destiny, your purpose-filled existence eagerly awaits your arrival. Now, chosen one, do not, under any circumstances, allow this profound revelation to remain simply a collection of inspiring words, a fleeting moment of spiritual insight. Let it become action. Let it transform your life from the inside out. Let it ignite a fire of faith within your soul that propels you forward into the abundant life that awaits. In the comments below, write one specific area of your life where you are now, with unwavering faith and bold declaration, claiming God's abundant wealth. Be specific, paint a vivid picture of your desired outcome, and express it with confident expectation. Then take a moment to scroll through the comment section and intentionally reply to at least 2 other fellow chosen ones, lifting them up in heartfelt prayer, offering words of encouragement, and standing in faith-filled agreement with their declarations. Let the amplified power of collective faith, the synergistic energy of united belief, exponentially magnify your individual breakthroughs, creating a powerful wave of divine manifestation that ripples throughout this community and beyond. Miracles ignite, breakthroughs explode into reality when we unite in shared belief, in collective prayer, and in unwavering expectation of divine intervention. If this transformative message has deeply resonated with your spirit, profoundly expanded your understanding of God's true wealth, and ignited a spark of hope and renewed faith within your soul, do not, under any circumstances, keep this precious truth confined within the boundaries of your own experience. Someone, perhaps someone in your immediate circle, someone you encounter daily, someone you least expect, desperately needs to hear this liberating truth today. Share this message now with intentionality and a generous heart, and subscribe to this channel, ensuring that you never miss another divine download, another sacred transmission, intentionally designed to elevate your spirit, expand your understanding, and propel you further along your path of divine destiny. And if you are deeply moved, inspired by the Holy Spirit, and feel a prompting in your heart to support this vital mission of spreading this transformative message of hope, abundance, and divine truth to the 4 corners of the earth, there are 2 powerful, impactful, and deeply appreciated ways to partner with us in this divine endeavor. Become a channel member and intentionally join a vibrant, supportive, and faith-filled community of like-minded individuals, all passionately committed to personal growth, spiritual expansion, and the manifestation of abundant living in every area of their lives. Your generous membership directly fuels the continued expansion of this channel, providing the resources necessary to reach more hearts, touch more souls, and illuminate more lives with messages of unwavering hope, transformative truth, and the boundless love of God. Send us super thanks as a tangible expression of your heartfelt gratitude, a powerful seed of support sown into fertile ground. Every contribution, regardless of size, whether large or small, acts as a potent seed of faith, strengthening the foundation of this channel, empowering us to continue diligently, faithfully, and effectively sharing God's life-changing word with those who need it most, those who are searching for answers, those who are longing for hope, and those who are ready to step into the fullness of their divine potential. Thank you, Chosen One, from the depths of our hearts, for being an absolutely vital and indispensable part of this divine movement, this global awakening of faith and abundance. Your personal journey to experiencing truly abundant wealth in every dimension of your being has already gloriously begun, initiated by divine design and propelled by your own open heart. Embrace it fully, live it authentically, share it generously, and watch as the limitless blessings of God overflow into your life and ripple out to transform the world around you. You are eternally blessed, and you are in turn an immeasurable blessing to all those whose lives you touch.